Good morning. I always have the presenter introducing me as being a French guy because I have a tendency to put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. So if I do that, you know why I did that. So, and one of the things I want to clarify, by the way, about the French, because I have people that come to me and always ask me about that, why do the French people hate Americans? And I just want to tell you it's not true. It's really not true. French people hate everybody. Don't take it personally. We feel the same about the Italians, the English, and all that. There you go. Here are my slides. So today what I want to do is I want to talk to you about digital marketing. But I want to tell you a story, and that story is going to lead you to be thinking in different ways about how you ought to do digital marketing. And the story is about Miami, and especially Julia Tuttle. Did you know that Miami is the only major city in the United States that was founded by a woman?
Yes.
Yeah. Her name is Julia Tuttle. Now, Julia Tuttle was originally from Cleveland. She was a widow. She had completely broke. Her husband had a failing business, left her broke, and then her father died, but he left her 40 acres of land. So she moved to South Florida and bought 640 acres of land just north of the Miami River, what you and I now call downtown Miami. Now, she had a vision for Miami. She saw Miami as being the gateway to America. I would have you look it up. It's absolutely amazing. Her vision, her writing what Miami is today in 1890. But she had one huge problem: no transportation. This is the train station of West Palm Beach in 1890, 60 miles north of here. Flagler was bringing the train down, and he said, as far as he was concerned, south of West Palm Beach was alligators, mosquitoes, and swamp. Nothing to really be interested in. She went and met Flagler and offered him 320 acres of his land. And he said, no, not interested. Thank you very much. Swamps, alligators, all that stuff, I'm not interested. And then fate stepped in. In 1894, the Great Freeze. And the Great Freeze devastated the entire citrus industry. North Florida, Central Florida, everything was wiped out. And Julia did something absolutely brilliant, and you need to remember that every time you do marketing. She sent Henry Flagler a basket of oranges. She said, didn't affect us down here. Our oranges, all our citrus are perfectly fine. This is absolutely brilliant. So what this is, that technique is, it's called what's in it for me. See, what you want to get is that Flagler maybe didn't really care about Miami. Maybe he didn't really, she offered him 320 acres of land. He didn't care about that. Maybe he didn't care that much about Julia either. Maybe he liked her, maybe he didn't, I don't know. But that wasn't sufficient when she gave him what he wanted, what's in it for him. That is what moved him to bring the train down to Miami, and Miami was incorporated in 1896. Now let me take you that and how it looks in 2 days, because you're like, okay, what are you telling me to do? Like send a basket of fruit to my client and I'm going to convert it. Now that's not what I'm saying. This is a client of ours, Eric's Outboard, and this is what they sell. Sexy, right? These are Yamaha boat parts and service and repairs. And basically that's what they were selling. They were selling, okay, we have the highest inventory of parts, they're all genuine parts, and we have them on stock, and if we don't have it on stock, we'll get it to you within 24 hours. And their sales were like, I don't know. And then we did that. We basically appealed to their audience, to their target market, and we give them what's in it for them. See, is it important to them that you have the parts on stock? Yeah, it is. Is it important that they're genuine? Yeah, it is too. But really what they want to do is they want to go fishing. And the problem that we have is that we spend too much of our time trying to sell our products and services, and we might need to start concentrating on what's in it for them. See, we're not selling them parts and services, we're selling them what's available to them if they get it. And that is what's leading them into the store. That technique increased their sales by 27.9% this year alone. That is the number as of August. We've been doing this for a little bit over a year now. right? So how would 30% increase in sales be for you? Would that work? So let me talk to you this morning about the 3 pillars of marketing, the way I see it as a digital marketer. So the 3 things that are the most important that I want you to remember. And they're actually not techniques, but it's more like mindset. The number 1 is patience. And the lack of patience in the marketplace right now is palpable. And I don't think it's entirely your fault. I think that in what we're seeing with the Chewbacca Mom and the million hits in 24 hours and all these overnight success that we're seeing is we think that it should happen faster. And the reality is it really doesn't. The lack of patience is our number 1 problem. We want results right now. Like if I do this, I should get that. This is not how it works. This is not how it never worked in marketing, but especially not now. And I think you are, I don't know the word, it's like we think it should be faster because of the internet and it could go viral, but it really doesn't happen. Let me show you an example. This is real thing. This is a dentist in Sunrise and a highly competitive market. And what I want me to show you here is, by the way, this is the line that I want you to see. In the beginning of the line is when they started, and the end of the line is where we were last month. That's 600% growth in traffic. Who would like that? 600% growth. Well, let me show you how we experienced that, and especially with them. Here is where people start to get stuck, right here. 3 months, 4 months. How does that look right now? Not too good, right? So that's the first bump we get, right? I don't know, what do you think? And then we get another bump around the 6, 7 month. Right, well, we've been doing this for 6 months, Antoine. I mean, it should be really like going crazy. But look at that, 12 months. And that is the patience doing the work, day after day after day. What's in it for them? We keep on feeding them information, and all of a sudden they explode. That is real life. This is how it happens. There is no such thing as 3-month results. It doesn't happen, not even 6 months. So the action item for you that I want you to remember is you need to have a 12 to 18 month action plan or strategy for your marketing. Now, unless you have a 12 to 18 month, you're not really in this game, you're not playing it right. Now, the second one is engagement. Now, engagement is funny because it's this buzzword. Like everybody talks about engagement. I want more engagement, Antoine. Can we have our website be more engaging? How can we do about engaging more? And I think there is a misconception about what engagement is, and especially what I see out there. What I see out there is that let's just think that you guys are the people that like my page and you're following me. You are my audience. You're the people that actually click on my page and say, I like it. Here's what we do. We say, okay, I got you. You're my people. I want to engage right here. The other thousands of people that are out there. Don't mind, don't sweat my back, okay? I just want to engage those people. That's not how it works. Engagement is right here. The people you need to engage are the people that like your page. This is where you should be spending your time. Like anytime someone puts a like, puts a comment and whatnot, this is who you engage with. There's no engagement out there. There's none. The engagement is here. Your access to out there is through right here. And I think that that's the mistakes that we do. We don't spend enough time paying attention to the few people that like us, 100, 200, 300 of them. Now obviously all this happens in social media, obviously engagement. People say, can we make our website more engaging? I'm like, no, a website is not, that's not the purpose of a website. Social media is where engagement happens. You could have some engagement on a website, but it's really, engagement happens on Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. Now your action items, take time to learn about them. How many of you have actually gone and all the people that liked your page and actually spend some time looking at what they like? See, one of the patterns that we saw with Eric's board is the vast majority of the guys that were going on the website, which by the way, there were 35 to 55-year-old male that went on the website between Tuesday and Friday early in the morning. And they love fishing and they love Key West. Guess what we're talking about? Fishing in Key West. That's what they like. You know, what do we talk about? Well, look at your audience. So look at the Facebook Insights. The Facebook Insights are absolutely staggering. You should spend at least an hour or two a month in your insights on Facebook and just looking at who are they, what age group are they, how much money do they have, what day of the week are they coming, how early or how late, are they coming on the weekend or not? For some of you, it may be a good idea to engage people on the weekend. And the third one is connection. Now, connection is also a buzzword. Like we all hear about connecting, but really how you connect with your audience is figure it out. What's in it for them? What is their orange basket? See, the orange basket for Eric's outboard was fishing. 35 to 55-year-old men going fishing. That's what they're interested in. That's the content we're giving them. That's how we're getting people more engaged on the page. So figure this out. I don't know what it is. I'm going to assert that it's not your products and services. Now, the good thing about Facebook is you get instant feedback. You can go and take a look at it right now. Look at your last 10 posts. Do you get any thumbs up? Any comments? Any shares? You know, if they're not, that it's not that engaging. You just want to do something different. You know, you're going to get 5 to 7% organic. So if you have 100 people that like you, you're going to get 5 to 7 naturally that are going to like your content. So that's what you should get. If you want 20 to 30%, you're going to have to do something slightly different. So your action item is to identify your orange basket. Figure out what those are for your audience. What do they want? Now, if the question is, where are we? And what are we looking at? The answer is, we are on our mobile phone and we're watching social media. This is where we are. This is where, as a marketer, we want to know that. Like, I want to know, and I know that for the vast majority of you, that is the truth. That people in your audience right now is on a mobile phone, looking at social media. Don't be a creep, but go in the airport next time and you'll see everybody is sitting down. They're all looking at their phone. Just spend a minute and taking a look at what they're looking at. And don't be a creep, obviously. You know, just look. But they'll be on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever they are. We have these devices 24/7 within 10 feet of us, 365 days of the year. Is that true or no? Yeah. This is it. I don't know where this is going to end up, on our forehead or on our shirt, on our clothes, but this is it. This is the mobile first. You need to think mobile, how to reach people in a mobile phone. Now, I know a lot about social media. I've been spending an enormous amount of time in the last few years studying social media. Same thing with SEO. I know how it works. But at the core, I get up in the morning to compete. I'm a competitor. And when I don't compete, I strategize, and I strategize about competing. So I'm not romantic about social media. I'm not romantic about SEO. I just use it as a tool to produce results for my clients and get them what they want. So I'm going to be in the back of the room. If you have any questions, please come in, ask me. Like if you're having issue with your social media or SEO or website, please come in and talk to me, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Thank you very much.